Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle battle out in the 6 sides of steel. Did Nightmare Baller enjoy this? Find out in this review.
Yo, what's up, y'all? And as you know, the intro says, my baby did a good job. Hooray for Jessica, aka Skittles. Um, this is my review of, TNA Lockdown. First thing I need to say, everybody needs to calm the fuck down, alright? This pay-per-view is not even worth us arguing about. It's not even that bad. It's not even that good. It's just fucking okay. So, what I'm saying? So why the fuck are we, even arguing about this? You know what I'm saying? When a pay-per-view is memorable, honestly, this shit is forgettable. You know what I mean? And when a pay-per-view is memorable, you argue about how good it is, you argue about how bad it is, you know what I'm saying? It's neither. So why the fuck are we arguing about this? That's just what I think. Anyway, moving on. Let me get to my review before I get pissed. Alright, first match of the night was the escape match. Hold on, y'all. Fucking with this microphone, making sure it's straight. Alright, because I can't use my other mic. Alright, first off, it's the escape match. I thought this was good. I didn't like the ending at all. But, it was good for what it was, you know what I mean? Curryman did a nice tope off the cage. We had a lot of nice spots ahead. I give this about 2 3/4 stars. I just didn't like the ending. It was going really well, but the ending really fucked it up for me. Then after that, we had the Queen of the Cage match, and I will start off by saying this is not that bad of a match. You know what I'm saying? Everybody acted like this was the worst, match I did ever, and it may be if it wasn't for another match on this card. But, the outside shit, it only lasted for about a good 2 or 3 minutes, even though we didn't need it. And then when they got in the ring, it was a decent women's match, so I give it like anywhere from 1 3/4 to 2 stars. Because it was a decent women's match, you know what I mean? It wasn't overly terrible, you know what I mean? But, overly terrible, we got Kip James versus BG James, and if anybody thought this match was going to be good, it's like saying that Armin 10701 is a fucking Yankees fan, and he's from Boston. So yeah, you know what I mean. This was bad. Right? This was boring as hell. It wasn't terrible, but it was just too damn boring. You know what I mean. Nothing happened at all in this match. This is supposed to be a grudge match because when Kip turned on BG, you know what I mean, he attacked his father. So this is supposed to be a grudge match. It just didn't feel like it. It didn't roll up. It's like this feud is gonna continue. Crap. 1.5 star. Alright. Moving on. The next match was, I think it was the cuffed in the cage match. This, in my opinion, is the worst match of the night. I know, like, people that were there that I've read, and, even Armin said this, because he was there, and he was on camera quite a few times. He said that, it was fun to see because of the spots and shit, but on TV, oh my God. That's why, and this doesn't apply to some people, but a lot of people, they judge a match according to spots. This match was a terrible idea. Everything about this match was terrible except Frankie Kazarian. In all honesty. And then Hernandez. But everything else, I wouldn't know because, LAX, got cuffed to the cage. Not as quick as the Machine Guns did in like 2 minutes. So, and almost everybody got cuffed by Black Granny Relic. So, yeah. This was just bad. It was a big clusterfuck. It was too much shit going on. It was 12 people in a cage. 12 people in a fucking cage. Bad idea, TNA. Bad idea. It was crap. It was crap. It just didn't work at all. I would give this shit 3/4 of a star, honestly. It was one of the worst matches I've seen. Not Khali Kane bad, but bad though. Alright, after that, we had, what was after that? I think it was the Divas match. Not Divas. This ain't WWE. The Knockouts match, Raisha Saeed and Kong versus Gail Kim and ODB. Thought this was pretty good. As a matter of fact, I thought this was rather good, matter of fact. They let Cheerleader Melissa, a.k.a. Raisha Saeed, really show off what she can really do. How she was working over the arm and shit. It was beautiful. Just beautiful. Kong basically came in there, started knocking bitches out. I like the ending, even though a lot of people didn't. I get this match 3. I had a lot of fun watching it. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe because I'm a calm slash cheerleader Melissa Mark. So yeah. Um, Anyway, moving on, we had Robert Roode and Robert Roode and Sharmell versus Booker T, and Robert Roode and Peyton Banks versus Booker T and Sharmell. This was not that good, y'all. Matter of fact, it was pretty, pretty lame. I get this 2 just because I'm a Booker T mark, and that's, honestly, that's being generous because in this match, nothing happened at all. Nothing at all happened. Like, I'm glad Sharmell wasn't in that long. I'm glad, but they were hyping up, maybe Robert Roode was gonna do something to Sharmell, but I don't think they teased it right. You know what I mean? So it was, it wasn't, I could stomach it, but I wouldn't go through that again. You know what I mean? All right. Then after that, I think it was Lethal Lockdown. I'm not exactly sure. I might be forgetting something. I don't think so. But yeah, Lethal Lockdown was after that, I think. This was not, as good as the other 2 Lethal Lockdown matches, but then again, it wasn't bad. I get it's about 3.25 stars. When I first saw it, I was like, this is not Lethal Lockdown worthy, but it was, enjoyable. But one thing I will say about this match is that when the cage lowered, everything focused on that spot at the top of the cage. Unlike last year when there was other shit going on when the cage lowered, like Tom Cook getting Gordon out of the cage, like Samoa Joe diving through the cage, like all this other action going inside the ring. The same thing with the year before, we had them cutting to Jeff Jarrett hitting niggas with guitars and Sting hitting niggas with the baddest stuff. Excuse the N-word. Yeah, but that's what we got, the past 2 years, you know what I mean? Yeah, so, it was just, everything was focused on that spot, and then after the spot, gore, it's over. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Then after that, we had the TNA World Title match, Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe. I will say this match was rather good, 3.5 stars. And a lot of people keep saying, well, you always fans shouldn't complain about the MMA style because we got guys like Danielson and all this other shit. Listen, all right? Listen. I have no problem with the MMA style. I am an MMA fan. But I will say this. They did that shit wrong. It was boring. They did it wrong. It's like all the momentum they had on the ground. Because, I like shit like that. The realistic looking shit. All this stuff they was doing on the ground, you know what I mean? They kept cutting it off by rope break this and, break this and, and then, Kurt Angle, he's a good wrestler, you know what I'm saying? Joe trained with MMA and stuff like that. But a lot of this shit, like they didn't know what it was doing. You know what I mean? I just didn't, honestly, I give it 3.5 because I still thought it was damn good. But Joe, Joe winning the title, like I said before, as some other people know, it was not as special as everybody's making it out to be. I mean, Joe won the title, yeah, but, he didn't get, that type of reaction like I expected. He didn't get, the Austin type reaction. He didn't get the John Cena type reaction when he won the WWE title. He didn't get, you know what I'm saying? I thought he was going to get something like the Homicide type reaction when he won the ROH title. And I expected something like that, and none of that happened. In all honesty, it just wasn't as special as, it could have been because TNA should have did it sooner. All in all, y'all, this pay-per-view was a 6.25. It was definitely decent. I definitely recommend watching it, but buying it, don't do that. Anyway, y'all, I got a 6th anniversary show review coming sometime later on. Well, probably tomorrow, in all honesty, because me and my baby are supposed to be watching it tomorrow, even though I already seen it with some of the guys on here. But because hers just came, and I'm supposed to go over there tomorrow and watch it. But yeah, I have a review of that tomorrow, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.